Welcome everybody to 48 Talk episode 121. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
think
god.
so.
Ay. How are you guys doing? We are with Rage Bally as always. I'm doing this totally wrong. DX Takamina on the right, Colin on the bottom right, and Derek on the bottom left. I messed myself up there. Hi guys.
Yep. It's show 121 by the way.
121.
Yes.
I'm losing the numbers because it's getting higher and higher and higher and higher.
Yep.
So, how you guys doing?
A bit tired, but okay.
Yeah. All right. So
Pretty good.
we have some stuff to talk about, I would say, and glad
That's
we
slow.
waited
Yeah,
a day.
just a bit, just a bit.
First off, we gotta
Hey.
talk about SK48's new single, Stand By You. Well, go ahead. What do you guys think of this new feature that we got?
Colin, go for it.
I actually want to go like not first.
Oh, really?
It's gonna be fun. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fun.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'll go first then. When I first heard the title, I was like, is this some kind of a movie soundtrack or something like that? Because I actually know there's a Doraemon movie with the same title, I think, and it was like, are they making a movie soundtrack type of song? But didn't know what to expect, to be quite honest. And when I saw the song pop up on my YouTube feed, I was like, let's check it out. And to be honest, I really like it actually. It's more like it's soothing. I can just read a book while listening to the song pretty much, so it's really relaxing. So I really like it. And the video, yeah, I like it as well because you can definitely see it's the return of Jirina to SKE48. Yeah, I had a hard time talking right there. So yeah.
All right. Well, for me personally, I would say the first thing I noticed, if I have to compare it to, let's say, the main group of AKB48, No Way Man, it's in one classroom. It doesn't go too fast. It's simple, has a nice feeling to it. You see a lot of members getting, some airtime in that.
Yeah.
It's just simple, going like this, and with a nice little melody in there in the background. Is it anything out of this world? No,
No.
I wouldn't say, but I think it's like a. I'm not gonna try and start controversy, but basically the whole thing, what happened to Jurina and her return. This is basically the members saying that, they stand by her situation,
Yep,
whatever.
they
We have
stood
to
by her,
have history together. I really like that all the members commented in the video below on YouTube.
Yep.
That was a
Yeah.
nice extra touch to do so. Music video wise, again, it's in one location, and they have some nice edits in there. It's a lovely video, I would say.
Yeah.
So
It's soothing. It's soothing.
it's refreshing compared to the other things they were trying to do. Just keep it simple, like I've been saying, and this is simple. If I hear this on the radio, I'll also be like going, be a little bit, yeah, this is good, this is fine. Nice slow way in of getting Jurina back, because I think she's still not 100%, and I don't know if you guys
getting there.
notice. Yeah, but she's getting also, or losing maybe something, because it felt like she's a little bigger. That's what my attention come in there. You can tell that since when this was filmed, there was like, I don't know, she's still finding herself maybe, just easing it into her returns. So
Recovering
Yeah, just a rehabilitation, I would say so.
and getting back into it.
Yeah, I think that it's a good step to do so. So, but for SKE fans, I would say this is a good song to just listen to SKE without thinking too much of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
So, what do you think, Colin?
SKE's 24th single, Stand By Jirina. This is my definition of okay. This is how I would refer to something as okay. I actually have a lot in common with Robin about it. I think that it being in a classroom setting, just easy, simple. There's not much to do about it. But that's the thing. I kind of like a bit more pizzazz, a bit more power, a bit more energy. And for what it was, it was nice. It was nice. but like I said, it was just okay. You know, a positive okay. Like, hey, okay. It's very quiet. I like how they did it. That they made Jurina the center. But it felt that she was very needed. They really put the emphasis on that she was needed for the group. With one kind of nitpick that I have was, like, there was this kind of clash with Dasu and Obamina. I felt that was a bit out of character. But that's a nitpick. But they really put the emphasis on Jurina helping the group, that she needs them and they need her. And I like that. MV wise, it was nice, you know, just standing in the classroom, and everyone was on those tables except Jurina. I found that to be quite interesting. Like, everyone was high in the air and she was down to earth a bit.
Is it a sign of Jurina maybe going for a more background role after this? So they hit
That's
a meeting?
a very good question.
Because in the end, you had the 3 top members, you know, with Dasu, Furata now, and I don't think it was Obamina, by the way.
Soda?
Sarina, probably?
Yeah, so those 3 were on top, and you had Julia more at the bottom, just supporting them in that sentence. So maybe it's the idea that she's like, okay, I became first, I am the one, I achieved what I wanted. Now it's time for me to take a step back after 10 years?
Maybe she wants to build up the new generation after her, I would say.
I think I'm inclined to think that as well. I just see where Robin is coming from. I don't feel like Jurina wants to do that. I think that Jurina loves SKE, like, no doubt about it. And I think she loves them more than what she will accomplish. That's not to say that she doesn't want to retain the crown, but we'll see where that goes in a few months. That's a very good question. I don't know. I don't think that Jurina is like that.
Also, how many times does Furata now drop a book? I think it ended 3 times or something.
I pick it up every time for her. Like,
oh yeah, if just that smile alone.
That's not the problem. Yeah.
And now her beautiful short hair with the little colors in there. That's. You like the old Furata now with the long hair?
I prefer long hair for sure. I do like the way she has styled it, like with the back and like in front of it. I like that style, but I prefer long hair. But either way, but she is gorgeous. Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
she's very punky.
She is,
yep.
Yeah, punky. Makes me think of Punky Brewster, but that's either way. I liked it. It's nice. Jurina said that it had a High School Musical feel to it. I disagree. I was like, because she was.
They get on desks. That's why.
Yeah, if that is the only thing, then I can't make a good comparison. No, if that's the only thing, I'm like, nah. But she watched a lot of musicals during her hiatus. That's fun. But yeah, I also. What Robin said about the comments, I thought that was really nice. I saw it and I was like, hey, what are they doing in the comments? And I saw them all, most of them either way, and that was a nice touch. I could argue that maybe they did that to, like, filter out bad comments, maybe, just so that that puts higher, but hey. I really like the limited edition covers, by the way.
Yeah.
The purple ones. I really want them. The A side especially, it's like, I want that. If they went for that color scheme in the MV, I would have liked it a bit better. But that's, you know, preference. But it's nice. I think the only thing that I can say is that I stand by Jurina and I stand with SKE, but I rather sit back casually with the song. That's the way that I would put it.
I had a very good segue for this, but first we have to hear from Derek.
Sorry about that. I don't want to ruin it. Anytime there's a good chance for a seg, I'm all for it. We are the masters of segging in this show. I will say this. Boy, those are some really interesting ideas you guys just brought up. I think somebody out there should really do like a paper or a blog entry or something about the symbology of AKB videos.
Yeah.
Because there's always everything from the simple to the nuance when it comes to what we see going on in these videos, you know? Like looking back, you can kind of see things, and there's always like little hints and homages and things like that. So it would be very interesting to see like a whole study of videos, and this one is no exception for sure. I'll say a couple things. First of all, like, yeah, I mean, the MV is a classic, easy to go to standard for AKB videos. You know, it's a classroom. That's, you know, we have a couple hundred of these at this point, I think. But it's okay. It's a nice throwback. But everything about this song is throwback. It's all nostalgia. Even the song itself, for me, this was my biggest takeaway, was that like the song by Benny King, you know, Stand By Me, the 1960-ish song or so. This song invokes the melody lines from that song. I remember when I watched it, I played Stand By Me, the original, and the verse is now kind of been transposed to the chorus of this song. At least thematically, it's there. I mean, not enough that they can get busted for copyright, but it's like enough that like I noticed it. And I think also the hint and the clue of the title, the you know, Stand By You, Stand By Me. Come on, it's like, you know, but what an interesting and curious choice for a songwriter in the AKB48 camp, particularly SKE, obviously, to go back to such an old classic and think, huh, this song says it all. Let's make the SKE version because of what SKE is going through right now. You know, and like Colin said, I mean, Jerrina loves SKE. I don't think she'll, you know, I don't think there's much to say about that. It's nice to see her back. She's a little bit bigger. And when we say bigger, by the way, again, and we've had this discussion before, let's just be upfront. We're talking about idol big. We're not talking about normal big. When we talk about idol big, we're not, I mean, just compare Jerrina a few years ago to now. And but we would also say in America, you know, at least that she has a healthy weight now. She looks like she's been eating good. She's got a little bit of meat on her. She is getting older. Weird to say that about Jerrina.
Yeah.
21.
She's all of what?
21.
All of 21. We're so used to seeing her as this young teenager, but it didn't bother me at all. It was just interesting. Not that anything like that ever bothers me, but it is interesting that, you know, these girls, they go on hiatus in AKB48's family, and then they come back a little bigger. I can think of another girl that's true. Herbie, but yeah, I'm just saying, like,
back to that. That's more on that later.
Yeah. but overall, the song is it's like you said, Colin. It's good to just sit back and relax with it. And like you said, Rob, it's refreshing. I didn't like it. I thought it was a pretty bad song overall. I thought like there's nothing about it that's interesting to me. But that's me personally. I did kind of appreciate the nod to Benny King's song. Thought that was cool. It's a great song. You know, anytime you can invoke a classic and do it very cleverly, then props to you. Which I think they did achieve that. But visually, there wasn't anything there for me really. Too monotonous, I guess. And then also just musically, I like dynamic. I like things that take me unexpected, like surprise me. It didn't do that, but it was a safe bet. So it's like, we're gonna have Jerrina come back. Let's do something cool. Let's do something that shows, yeah, you know, we're cheering for her. Let's do it in a way that like really puts her back in the center, and they accomplished that. So, you know, kudos to SK for doing that. That's not a bad thing. But, you know, give me 1, 2, 3, 4 Yoroshiku any day. You know what I'm saying? Give me Banzai Venus any day.
Yeah,
give me anything that's like high energy, high octane. The old. I mean, you really want to get nostalgic. SKE is, you know, from beginning to end of their sets, like non-stop craziness. I mean, this is a group that did how many songs one time at Budokan? Was it they did like 28, 30 songs? Like
something like that, yeah.
Come on, that's amazing. That's ridiculous. I remember they were dripping with sweat and half dead, and they had me in tears by the end. I watched that whole thing. I actually owned that concert, and I was like, this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. Because they just like, this is SKE. You know, that's the kind of creativeness I'm still looking for and I know exists. So, again, safe video, good video, a nice throwback, all about nostalgia. Welcome back, Jerrina. All that's good. Not the single I was looking for. But not bad either. I give it like a solid C. You know, it wasn't bad.
Very good.
It's passable.
Well, I could add one thing to that, where I agree with Derek on the kind of song. I could not loop this song. I can't. I like it.
No, you can't loop
once. I can't loop it, and I like a song that I can loop where I'm like, I want to do that again. And as positive as you could say that I am about it, that's my biggest complaint about it. The big negative thing, I can't loop it. I like to loop.
It's like if you hear it again, you're like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Exactly.
But Colin, go ahead.
No, I only want to say that's one reason why I can't really love the song. It's just
right.
It's okay. Like I said, it's
so.
okay.
Could you repeat what you said before I went to Derek? The final saying what you would like with the song. You can.
I will stand by Jurina. I will stand with SKE, but I rather sit back with the song.
Well, where you cannot sit is anymore in the SKE48 cafe and shop because they decided in December they're gonna shut it down. So. This is big news, actually. It's basically the feeling that another cafe is now going away because NMB also had the shutdown and moved to a shop down the street, but it is not the cafe anymore.
Nope.
Do you think this is a call of the new ownership of what was it?
Key holder.
Yeah.
Do you think it's a decision from their part, or it's like, because they got sold to Keyholder, goes like, yeah, but we still owe the shop or something like that, or hey, you need to pay more if you want to have the shop, and they're like, we don't need the shop. All right.
Actually, that's a really good question. When I think about it, the first thing that came into my mind is, why would they do something like that? Why would they close it? And the first thing that came into my mind was, it's not profitable enough. And when you say with Keyholder, I can imagine that I heard somewhere that they're the planning for what comes after what comes instead of the shop. You know, something else comes in that place that they have been looking for people since the 5th of October. I've read on Twitter, very reliable source, SKE News. That's not their Twitter handle, but they are very solid. And so it has been going for like more than a month. And when you say Keyholder, I can see the people at Keyholder be like, we've looked at the statistics and the cafe is not that profitable at this location, or just not at all. Maybe they will move it to a more profitable location, but I don't know the location enough to be like, it's not profitable enough. But when you say to me that
it's in the same building. It's in the same building as a theater, though.
It's in the same. It's one storage higher than the theater, actually. I actually went there with a friend of mine in Nagoya. The big yellow bus is in there. The shop is a little small, but the thing is, though, the atmosphere made it so that it wasn't. I get what they mean, not profitable. It's because you get in there, and there was no line. There was no line to be seated. So you sit there, and then they are hammering down. You have 20 minutes, basically. Then you need to get out. That's their policy. I can't remember if I heard that in the AKB48 cafe. That I'm like, oh, I'm limited to this amount of time. I think there is still, but they don't hammer it down. Yeah, but not the people at the staff are hammering me down every time I have a meal there, even though it's disgusting. That they're saying, hey, you need to eat this now, or you gotta get out. And I think that's a negative feeling on that side. Plus, when we sat there, we had more than enough time. We enjoyed the little big screen in there, but it's small. It's very small compared to the cafe of AKB. It's like only a few handful people get in there, and it really doesn't feel like any profitable amount would become there. And plus, we're now in a phase where online is bigger, and there are so many stores that sell merchandise, or you go to venues when you have the merchandise over there. Also, the theater, you can't watch unless you have a ticket, I think. so you can't visit the area unless you're online. Or I was unlucky and it was just before they had a show. I can't remember the DX, so maybe you can tell me more, DX or Derek, on that side. But I do understand the reasoning why they would close down, because it doesn't seem like this is a profitable, or even it costs more just to stay open, basically.
Is the floor that they're going to better? Bigger, like more space, or did you see that?
I don't
Do you
know.
remember
I
that?
don't
I haven't
know.
seen it though. I haven't seen it sadly, so I can't really comment on that. So
Because if it is true, I thought they were going to another building. I was mistaken. So if they are going to the floor that's higher, then my question is, so that must be obviously better than what they have now. So is it bigger? Can they hold more people? So
No,
they
no,
don't
no,
have
no.
to
I
do
think
the
I think
20
we're
minutes?
miscommunicating. Is there a new location coming? You mean, Colin?
I thought that you meant that.
No, no,
they
no,
were
no,
going
no.
to another-
I meant that where it's currently located. It's one story behind SKE48 Theater. It's above.
Yeah.
I thought you said that.
No,
I thought
no,
you
no.
meant that
No.
they were going to another floor, because I initially they were going to another entire building.
Yeah,
No, I think if they're closing it, it's just I think it's a mismanagement situation that they could have salvaged it no matter what. For example, bringing members to the cafe, getting popularity that you never know if a member would show up. That is enough alone to like drive fans to, if they're going to be there. AKB's cafe used to do, the one show there,
Yeah,
Antidare, and like that was, that brought lots of people. I was just in AKB's cafe the other day. I was waiting for somebody who they were a little longer than expected. We were meeting in Akiba, and there was nobody in there. I was literally the only person in that cafe on the one side at the regular AKB one, and I was thinking, man, this place you used to be able to, you couldn't even get a seat. There was a time when that was true. And then also like with SK, considering how small it is and their rules, I understand why they had all that, because again, it was so small, you couldn't just sit there and just hang. But I think it's mismanagement. It's just they get better food. Overall, I think the worst food thing is kind of sell to chip. Let's how about we make that only a tiny portion of the menu? Like, hey, this month we're gonna have a special. We're gonna do this member's horrible food choice, but then actually get like somebody who knows how to cook in there. That's number one. So people actually want to eat there, like normal people. B, get members in there, and C, like have events there like they used to do, or just do fun stuff with that. The fact of shutting down, yeah, it's a profitable thing. It's just it's like it's a candle that's burned all the way down to the bottom. They don't realize they could just get another candle in its place.
I would say do more events, because they still do events, and for
It's not that
SKE,
often, though.
the last one I remember they did was a cooking off, and it was with Masu Jurina there, and then it was packed.
Yeah.
Right. Well, my point exactly. If you have this is an example of taking a sister group that needs something, and you have literally, you don't even have to go anywhere. You're in the same freaking building or area, Sunshine Sakai. You're right there with the theater. You can march those girls down there all the time. And if you're worried about, well, the bigger girls have busy schedules, really? Do they? I don't think so. And the Kenki says they could go down there. Exactly. You know what I mean? Like have one day out of the week, all the Kenki says serve the people that come in. Yeah. That place would make so much money from morning to night, it wouldn't even be funny. And then the other thing is too, and this another thing you got to remember with this is like SK doesn't really have like a big variety show that's keeping them floating, getting us introduced to their members really.
True.
Like, this is a meeting place. This is another thing to kind of popularize your members without necessarily having to spend billions of dollars doing so. You know what I'm saying? So I look at this as same thing with NMB and HKT and all that. It's like just mismanagement, just not seeing the opportunity in front of them. I do you guys ever wonder this? Why don't more members that don't have anything to do like do stuff. Like, why don't they include them, or why isn't there like brainstorming among the AKS family or AKS or AKB's family to think like, hey, we could take this spot and do something with it? I mean, really, is it? You wonder that?
True. It's more like they have a big roster. Why not have 1 or 2 shows a week? I would say.
Yeah.
With different members, like they used to do with Antadare. So,
yeah.
It doesn't even have to be a scripted show or
Exactly.
massive planning. It could be just a fun hangout with the fan thing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you know, we're gonna come, we're gonna do like a fun game of Junkin with the fans, or what? I mean, literally, it doesn't have to be more than that. And like we've heard on AK Bingo, some of the members complain they don't have work. Remember
Exactly.
the one episode where they were talking about who gets work, and I think Chiori
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah, I get it like once a week if I'm lucky." Great. Let's loan you out to SKE. Come on, go hang out at Nagoya.
Yeah.
Go do your thing. You know, go make
Exactly.
fun of everybody there. Like you could have
Exactly.
you could just have a mic battle.
Yeah.
It's like 2
Roasting.
seconds.
Yeah.
Roasting. It'd be awesome. I don't know. That's my take off this. Is like it's just I look at it, I'm like, oh, really, guys? I was like,
Maybe
come
it's
on,
a
man.
payment problem.
It could be that. It could be a lot of things. But
Maybe-
I see it closing. It's not. Closing's never a good thing.
I think it's obvious that they don't have people like Derek there that say, "Hey, how about this thing? That's actually a good idea."
Correction.
I
They do. But have you ever seen? If you watch the movie, the new Godzilla Resurgence, the one that came out in Japan, it's like subtitled. Have you seen it like last year?
No, sorry.
Don't think so.
I won't get into it, but let me just put it to you this way. That movie is a perfect example of why this has happened, because in Japan, it takes years and years to make decisions that are as simple as, do we want to go to the bathroom or not? I'm not even kidding. Like, it's really, they can't just see it for the spontaneity factor. They have to carefully consider, weigh out the pros and cons, have a meeting with 45 staff members, think about the members' schedules, then blah, 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 blah. It's by the time they come up with the idea, the shop's going to be closed. You know, they can't just think one day, like me, I'd get them in the office on tomorrow. I'd be like, look, here's what we're doing. We're going to do this, get it done, boom, let's have fun. Give some responsibility to these members that have nothing to do, because we hear that, and here, we're going to take you, Miss Unknown Member, and this is going to be your project. Go down to the cafe and make that cafe your cafe. I heard you can cook, Unknown Member. Get down there and cook. Well, I mean, we're paying you a salary. We might as well. You know, I'm going to get some out of you. You know, when I worked at a movie theater, I had one of the movie theaters I worked at, I had a horrible manager who basically would not allow me to have one moment to myself. She was so HE double hockey sticks bent on making me earn my $8 an hour at that time that she would actually make me clean the inside of electrical sockets that you plug things in, because that's how the bored we got sometimes, because there was no traffic on some days.
Wow.
And if I wasn't doing it, I'd get in trouble. So I'm not saying you have to be like that, but I'm saying, like, if you're paying these girls to be a member of SKE, boom, there you go.
And there's the biggest problem. They get paid by appearance. So every time you ask them to do something, you have to get them paid. And they're like, do we want to get them paid? Are we guaranteed people will show up? Oh, well, we don't know. This member is not high. And blah, blah, blah. So you get all these discussions. And they're like, well, we're not certain. So, but basically, can we say Julina can go to over there? Well, we pay her enough already. But she's busy with this. And she recently had a burnout. So it's like, no, let's not do that. So that's the mindset behind it. If they didn't pay by appearance, if they had like a monthly salary like normal people would have, you would see them everywhere. But again, they get paid by appearance, and that's why they're like, okay, let's not use this. Do we really need to do this? Do we need? Is it any profitable? So maybe that's an idea. Change the members' salary. Sorry, guys, for a monthly thing. Like, get them an annual salary.
Yeah.
I don't even think you need to do that necessarily. I think you just need to be creative about it. Like, if you take the appearance fee idea and that structure, right? So like all they have to do is take Kenkyusei members 1 through 10, one relatively known member, maybe one super known member, right? And then you do a checky system. You just do checkies right at the cafe. So every checkie is like, you know, like for example, when Necroma and Oyahalu were in America, they were doing $20 checkies at some point. Like for Oyahalo, that was an unsigned checkie. You got $20. It was $20 for Necroma. That's a signed checkie, and they did 10 for unsigned. Like they made so much money doing that. It was ridiculous. People just kept looping and looping and looping lines. So you get these girls in there, and you do a checkie system, and then the management takes a cut of that every time. You know, and so if they take like X amount of dollars, and you have lines out the door for some of these, there's your money right there. There's your payment by appearance right there. You'll make that appearance fee that you have to pay them in 5 minutes of doing a checky session. 5 minutes, because it's like it'll be ridiculous. And think about it, if you go old school and you do the old school 2 shots like they used to do back in the day with AKB, like think about it. Just the nostalgia factor alone, you would destroy that place. It would be unbelievably busy. I can't imagine it wouldn't be. But hey, we'll just close the shop. Why not? It's
easier. We have the handshake events where they can go to for that. They just had one again for the past 3 days.
One thing I will add to this entire conversation, I think some member needs to say something like that. Like I was thinking about Katarina and the Renachi Sosenkyo. There was a stage play this year. I don't know if it was her idea, but it did happen. It was original her idea. You know, first with the songs, and then now it was a stage play. You need someone like that who is like, hey, I want to do something like this. Can we do that? Like,
what a beautiful thing that was.
Yeah, maybe someone so like I don't know, Obamina. I can see Obamina be like doing that. Yeah. She did got what was it, like 12 performances, I believe in total.
Yeah.
A stage, costumes, you know, music accompanying them. That was not that big, but either way, you know, it was all done in a very nice and good way. So they just need someone like that, like Katarina, in a sense, to be like, hey, I have an idea. Can we do this? You know, maybe start small, like have Obamina with like, I don't know, some Kenkyuseis go there. You know, I think someone needs to take a lead in that.
Agreed.
Good ideas on all accords, I would say, but sadly the shop won't be saved. It will be closed down, and another new step.
December.
Yeah, another new step for SKE48 going into the future. Alright, let's move on to then the next topic. I would like to open up for the other sister group. HKT48 had something big as well that happened today, just now. It's the anniversary stage, right?
Yes, the anniversary stage. 7 years in the making.
So a couple of things happened. They announced the draft Kenkyuseis has been promoted because they need to make room for new Kenkyuseis that are coming up, and that's the 5th generation of HKT48.
Wow. Gee, what an original idea!
Yeah. So now there's a 6th grader is now in HKT48. So Maria is no longer the youngest. It's now this girl, and everybody's going like, so it's like, yay, awesome. Keep the HKT format alive. They did some fun stuff. I saw a DJ Sashi, I think.
Yeah, DJ Sashi, DJ, yeah.
And they were having masks on certain members. One had a Sakura mask on.
That was Sashi.
And one had a Harupi mask on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So... yeah, not quite the same one we're looking for, but thank you for trying.
Yeah, I was more like, don't get our hopes up, man.
So, no single announcement.
Nope.
No.
Nothing.
Weird.
So that's the weird side on this. They did announce, however, the brand new building that's coming up. They're moving to, because the theater they're now in is a temporary theater because Hawkstown, where they originally were opened up, and new Hawkstown basically is almost. Well, is it almost done? Or next year it will be done?
The new theater will be opening in the spring of 2020, so
yeah, so
probably still need to
it will take a while, but it's been announced they have a home in that new location. So, few fun stuff, few
I would like to say they're pretty much returning home. I would say because the old theater was really next to Fukuoka Dome as well, so they're pretty much going home, in a way.
Location-wise, yeah. Just the entire building is gone, so.
Yeah, true that. It's more like they return to the old neighborhood, so.
Maybe if they made a time capsule somewhere deep in the ground, they'll find it.
Might be.
So,
To be honest, though,
yeah.
To be honest though, with this whole move, I hope in the new theater they return the old turning plateau. I would say the turntable. I hope that takes a return in the new theater
That was
because
fun. It was a unique moment in there.
yeah, it was one of the charming points from the old theater. I would say so.
Hey, you've been there.
Yep. So it might be nostalgia speaking, but yeah, I really like to have the old layout from the old theater.
Mhm.
If that were to make a return, I would book I would, in a heartbeat, I would book a plane ticket to Japan to just go there again. So.
Very good, very good. Anything else happened on the HKT side though? Any
Let's see.
opinions?
No.
Besides the theater was the biggest announcement, I would say.
Yeah.
It's
Not what I was expecting.
It still feels there's like a lack of news compared for HKT48. What has HKT48 done this year, except for the IS-1 members? What happened
One
this
single.
year?
One single.
And what was
Yeah,
that
one
single?
Hayao calendar.
Yeah. Just before Susanki.
How does it go?
Hayao calendar.
Oh yeah, that song. That
Yeah,
was the
that one.
little too happy song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Calendar. Yeah.
Yeah, I think HKT is they've really been kind of a ghost, haven't they? Weird.
Are they
Weird
having
to
a
say that.
midlife crisis now that Sakura and Nako are gone?
Maybe.
When you take when Harupi's not there, you take Sakura-tan out. Sashi is just always permanently on loan everywhere.
Equal
Where
love.
does that leave HKT? Yeah, equal love. You know what the real big thing for me is? Isn't this the first year we don't have Odakake?
Yeah, pretty much. That
Yeah,
was the.
it cancelled last year.
So doesn't that really leave a void? Because that was my main connection to HKT
Yeah,
throughout the
same
years.
here, man.
Was watching that gloriously amazing show. So much fun, great time. Always did a good job highlighting HKT members. Had a good subbing community around it. Yep, gone. So, therefore, HKT in my mind is unfortunately gone. Although I think this year I did go to an HKT event and it was amazing. It was so much fun. But again, it's like, you know, that was when
Not
they
the same.
were nice enough to come up to Tokyo and do their handshake event. But yeah, they're not. I don't know.
only remember HK Bingo, or HK whatever, and they did a live event around it.
HK
Yeah.
Tingo.
HKT bingo, yeah.
That's
That
a
was
nice
fun.
aspect, but yeah, they didn't do that much. They did not.
Yeah,
have a good
it's
year.
Yeah.
just gone. I don't know. Again, I just blame a lot of this on like lack of variety shows to get us into the members.
I haven't
And,
watched any episode of HKT Bingo yet.
Me either. Yeah.
And why
I haven't
is
either
that?
because-
It was released around the time, I want to say around Produce 48, but I'm not sure.
I think so.
Might be. I'll take a quick look.
I am quite sure that it was released like after Susenkyo.
It was a quiet. It was like quiet. I don't think anything really crazy came out of it. You know, because like all these variety shows, a lot of times something weird or crazy will happen. It'll get attention. But I don't
Someone
think
will post it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
someone usually posts. Yeah, we usually have a good subbing community that will do that. But yeah, I don't think. Was this even subbed? I don't think.
I think it was subbed. Yeah, there was a sub. There
Really?
was a sub
There was a
doing it.
sub?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Didn't find it.
There was I am pretty sure there was a subbing group, and the date HKT Bingo was aired was pretty much alongside with Produce 48. So
That's the problem.
That's probably
Yeah,
why.
There's the problem. Yeah, so...
No, the problem is DX didn't sub it. DX, get on that. Come on. Start subbing it. DX, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah, you're busy with school, huh?
Yeah.
Nope. School's not as important.
They also went to Japan for a month. It's like...
Nope. No excuse.
But as he takes a sip from a drink. Hey.
Gulp. That was a gulp.
Alright. So yeah, HKT, get on it for New Year because
They, I remember something. That was
Okay.
funny. I think they released new profile pictures for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
new profile pictures.
With the exception of Harupi.
Yeah.
Still.
well, she didn't take a picture of. But Boss,
Oh yeah. Oh man.
She is really now getting into it adult style, isn't she?
Yeah,
Oh,
she's grown up.
definitely.
Not the little gaki she was, but ah, boss.
Oh dear God.
I got a little bit distracted.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens in 2019. I would say that 2018 overall as a year had some interesting moments, I would say. But again, HKT48 wasn't the talk of any of it. Hopefully, really, I think maybe their return will be in 2020, and maybe they can build it up. But yeah, not a great year for HKT48 as a group.
No. They lost their face and their ace pretty much in Sakura and Ruka, so yeah.
Their face, their backup face, their backup face.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Now it's pointing someone. Are you even actually a face? Like apparently. What do you do? I did get into Senbatsu, 16th. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Something else happened, and I have nothing to say about it because I haven't seen any of it. But I think DX and Colin, you watched a little bit, or
yeah.
yeah. So DX, you guys take it away. What was today as well?
Today was the 10th anniversary for NoSleeves with a concert actually, which I actually
Nice.
watched during my time at school. So yeah.
I did tag along with all the messages you guys were sending us how the concert was going. So while I was doing my day off chores, I was like ding ding ding. It's like, hey, what's this? It's like okay, cool. Have fun, guys. I gotta get some food for tomorrow.
Oh,
Still, how was it?
the concert was pretty fun actually, and it was quite nice to hear some of the old songs again, like Hard Gata Virus,
Oh, yeah.
Okay Diamond. I think so. Even it's more like just hearing the old stage song was really nice, and
Takamina's Ninja.
yeah.
Did they do Itachis no XL?
Yeah, they did. They did.
Oh, then I missed that. Damn it.
They did.
I did miss.
How
the part.
could they not?
Damn it.
How could they not? That's
Ah.
pretty much Takamina's entrance song, I would say. So yeah.
No, I that back. I did miss like one part of it, so that was unfortunately it. Damn it. But I saw a big part of it. But DX continue. Sorry.
No, but besides that, we also had a couple of the current members show up, and even former members
Yeah.
as staff. Staff.
Yeah. Let's start with the current members.
Yeah. First up, we had Mikaichi Mion. She did a no sleeves quiz
Yeah.
with no sleeves themselves participating. They did an intro quiz, but they didn't know the intro of their own songs. It was pretty funny to watch, actually. It's more like they did first a 5-second fragment. It's like no answers. Then I'll play it on longer, and she kept playing it, and it was like it's going till like pretty much the chorus. Like now you know it. That was so funny to watch. That was so funny to watch. And who was the next member that showed up of the current members?
And then not out of nowhere. We're getting there in a moment. But then Kato appeared. She apparently was like sitting in the concert itself, and unbeknownst to anyone else, and I think staff saw her and was like, "Hey, join in," and she did also a thing, which was fine. But then out of complete nowhere, DX and me, I'm pretty sure that we were like, "Hey, what is Nishino Miki doing there?" Like it was, she just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, at the random, it was more like they were wheeling in this birthday cake because Minagishi Minami was having a birthday during that concert, and someone came in wheeling the birthday cake, and it was like, "Isn't that Nishino?" And I put it in it is Nishino. It's like so random, and she just popped up like out of nowhere, which is pretty much typical Nishino Miki.
How does she look like?
Yeah. Pretty much the same.
Like she never left AKB in the sense that she hasn't changed. It's like, oh yeah, it's still Nishino Miki from 3 years ago.
Well, she was in trouble because again we just talked about the idol weight coming up, and Nishino Miki was getting chubby face like a lot. So she when I follow her on Twitter and I noticed that she lost a lot of weight. How does it look now? Does it look more fit, like a healthy woman, I would say?
I didn't pay that much attention to it. She was like gone in a second.
Okay, so it didn't feel like it was out of the ordinary. Like, oh my God, what happened to her?
No, not at all. It's
No.
more like it was more like that she never left. It's more like pretty much the same, I would say. So.
Yeah.
Okay, some fun cameos during the concert. Some
Oh,
good
there are
songs.
more.
Oh, there's a lot more actually.
And I think that DX and I were more into this than the actual thing. And
Yeah.
DX, take it away. Who was the first?
During the concert, I don't know the exact order, but I'm going to go by names pretty much. We saw
okay.
Itano Tomomi. We saw Shinoda Mariko. We saw Achan. You do the rest, Colin.
It was it was towards the end. I think just before the last encore, they did like 4 songs from AKB. Ogwe Diamond, Kuchiniru, Be My Baby, and forgetting one. I forgot which one was it. Heart Iraqi.
Heart Iraqi, yeah.
And then the VTR started. There were some other people. That one guy that is like the baby voice.
Oh yeah, there was Kuro-chan as well. Kuro-chan.
Yeah, thank you. That's not important. Then Itana Tomomi came, and it was like she looked gorgeous. Yep. Congratulating No Sleeves, and then Mariko came. Mariko being Mariko, she dissed them.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know what she said exactly, but you know it's a diss. And then Mama, or I meant Achan, she came, and that was funny.
She took a take too, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. They showed her starting, and I think she said No Sleeves a bit wrong, so they took another take, and it was just so funny. And
they kept it in. Oh, nice.
That was so nice. When I saw Itano and then Mariko, it's like they're doing Achan. Are they doing Achan? And Achan came, and the audience was like they were about to die or something.
Yeah.
That was just so amazing. That was so
Little
nice
belly
to see.
see?
No, she was sitting down.
Yeah, she was sitting down. Yeah.
She was sitting down. The rest, Itano was like outside, and Mariko was standing. Itano was also standing inside, like behind a white wall. But Achan was sitting. So that was interesting. But I totally get it. But that was
even now, even now, it's still stands out. So funny.
That's a good one. It was fun. Like that moment was so much fun. And then yes, a song or 2, 3, I forgot. And then it was over. They did not announce anything.
Nope.
I think, and DX may correct me on this, they did like a thing that gave the impression that they were announcing something, but
no, it was more like
we're not going to do it.
Nope.
No disbandment or anything.
No, I was expecting a disbandment announcement because it was a 10-year anniversary, and I had this dark feeling when I watched it, like they're not going to announce it, right? No, it's more like they still keep going on after this concert. So
good.
It was fun.
It was also fun. It was also fun during one of the segments. They did the old radio show they used to do in the back of the day. Shirkan No Sleeves, which they used to do every week. It was pretty fun. They made it like a live radio show. And for some reason, we had Michan performing with the broccoli as a mic.
Yeah, it's.
I find really fascinating is that like Takahashi, she has very famously been dating somebody, and yet she can come back and do this with no problems because everyone's just so happy to see her, and it's just fun. It's cool that like stuff like that can be over here. Let's just have them come back. We miss we miss them. So very cool. It sounds like it was a great anniversary concert.
It was really fun to watch. Yeah. If you can find it somewhere, watch it.
It's up and you can get it like right away.
So the recommendation for that is
totally,
definitely,
totally
very good. Anything else before we go to our end of the month questions?
Ooh, don't spoil it yet.
Actually, there were 3 things that I want to say really fast. Maybe some more in the end. The 16th of December. AKB is Kohaku, yay!
No concept, no something. They announced the date. It's like, you announced it pretty late. It's like people were maybe expecting it, so they're like, should we announce it? crap, we didn't send like.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. Also, my Kamiyoshi, Derek's Kamiyoshi, Kashiwaki Yuki will do a Japan national tour. Four, and one is in the end of January, and then 3 in February, I think.
Too
And
early.
she is doing her second tour. The first one was Yuki Ringer. That was tons of fun, and she's doing it again, and she is releasing, I think, a song, a CD or album, which is also very cool. I wanted that one because the covers are.
Ukulele solo concerts are always so much fun.
Oh yeah.
Those are just a different kind of level. You can tell it's that she still does AKB songs, but because she has so much creative freedom, it's really just a sweet moment just to watch that, and I think I've watched this more, but just a little adulthood ukulele in there. It's just very fun show to be there. So if you can have a chance, you should go there.
Yes.
So in February, it's a little too early. I wish it was like if they announced September, maybe I could have.
One of her songs will be Sokanai Kimi, which is actually the theme song of the drama she's doing currently. So that's included, which is very fun.
Of course, part of the deal.
So I look forward to it. That's great. But someone else who is coming out with an album is the SKE most gorgeous member, if you ask me and ask Robin, and that's Furata now. Mini album on Christmas. Dear Kimi no Toboku. Kimi Toboku, which one of those songs is Owl Face, which is the song of the single that she released. Was it last year? Her first one.
Her showroom.
Her showroom, yeah.
And now she is for a limited time. She will release a mini album with like 6 songs at the least. And that's. I hope something with a saxophone, like a saxophone solo. That would be great.
I'm ready, Apple Music.
Sure,
I'm ready, Apple Music. Come on, let me download it.
It will be great. The cover, whoa, not what I was expecting, but I want it.
Yes, yes, Punky Girl. Just show those kind of pictures and then. All right, so that's gonna be definitely downloaded on my side. I think Colin was so excited he froze.
I think so, actually.
Yeah.
So,
Totally froze. Now I got him.
Yeah, he is back.
no, he is back? Or not?
No,
Yeah,
you
there he
guys
is.
froze. I didn't.
Oh, right. Okay,
But that's great. That's actually like a nice Christmas present. I want it. I haven't seen it online anywhere, but I want to buy it. Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome.
I have one more thing.
Awesome.
The AKB48 show, they performed No Way Man
Oh, yeah.
with Okada Nana as a center. So what the
Oh, yeah.
hell does it mean
Oh,
for
yeah.
those 3 people?
I
don't know, to be quite honest.
Beach around about this one, like you have no idea.
It's like, why the hell do you have a competition, an audition, for one performance, and then AKB48 show, the one that's bigger, and then Music Station coming up? If they're not performing on Music Station, that's coming up this week actually. Those 3 members who got the audition, they won. That's like you've just wasted our entire time.
This is they didn't do it just on AKB show, also on AK Bingo. It's like,
Yeah.
what was the entire point of that thing? Like I don't like No Way Man. I said it before. I don't really care about the song. But if they at least doing this competition, behind the scenes, they were chosen. If they would just continue like letting those 3 girls be the center for something they worked for, something work hard for, quote unquote, in a way. They earned it. Why not show them each time? Like, why not?
Wait,
like it's.
What are you guys talking about? I'm sorry, I'm lost here.
Okay, so what happened, Derek, is you remember the competition they had for No Way Man, right? Because they had to fill in the spots for Sakura, Nako, and Hitomi, right?
No, I didn't know there was a competition for that. How did I miss this?
Yeah,
Wait,
it was a bit low key. Like
Well, Derek was on tour, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, did I miss it? Okay, sorry.
All right. So what happened with? Well, of course, No Way Man was the last song for
Right.
Ice One members. So to replace those 3 members, they had like a competition that other members could apply for, and we joked about that Haruhi would return and then be on that, as the center of No Way Man. But she didn't participate. And it was 3 members from 2 from STU48 and 1 from Teammates. So who won, and they would fill in those positions. And basically, that live performance they did, it was less than a second. Their names got popped up, and again, it was so messy, and the cameras go flip, 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 flip. So it's like, okay, where are they now? And you don't see much of the center. So, yay for the rewards. But now you think, okay, but you're the center now. The replacement center of this song. So you'll be on AKB48 show or AK Bingo. No, Okada Nana is center. And I'm not complaining. But, well, I am. But I mean, Okada Nana is still fine for me as a center position. But all those members, they're not even in the group. They've just been like, okay, now the group is this big. They haven't been added. You have other,
Really?
you have other substitute members getting in there. Not the 3 members who worked hard to learn this song, be in a center position, and it really, really, really appalls me a little bit. It's like a little disgusting.
Was this maybe meant more for theater stage? I don't know if they play it at the theater. No.
One shot.
One shot only.
Yeah,
I think,
one shot. Yeah.
One shot. Wow.
I mean, maybe on Music Station, but
hopefully. But their names were on that Music Day performance. They were just 1 second, just blip. Not even a second.
Yeah. Total waste of everyone.
And again, I watched the AKB48 show performance. It's so messy. No Way Man is too messy. It's like they're flailing their arms around, and they try to be in sync, but since it's flailing and everybody has their own force, you can definitely tell there's a difference in speed. They're still trying to stay on beat, on time, but again, they always make jokes with Yukirin. They had, like, Yukirin has their own movement with a dance. Here you can clearly tell everybody has their own movement. So, and No Way Man is very, like, intense, but it's too intense, so not everyone is in sync. Everybody has their own keep of space, so you can see all these little bit. And I watched it with my girlfriend, and she was like, "Why is it so messy?" And I was like, "I know, it's a mess. It really doesn't feel like this is a good feature on this side."
I see. Oh, that's interesting. Well, the only thing I would say about that is, I mean, because you said it all pretty much, but the only thing I would add would be that, that all the members do at some point, I think, need to learn all the songs that AKB will be performing, because again, when you think of like any concerts they might do or anything, it's good to have that in the repertoire. It's like okay, well, this member's out, Okada Nana's sick, who can fill in? Oh, well, we do have like these 10 other girls that know it, let's put them in this position, and who will take Okada's Nana's position, will fill it with this person. So that's not necessarily a bad thing overall, but again, it does come down to how much they're actually going to perform it. Although I have a feeling No Way Man will be a live staple, because it is I'm guessing it's more of a live song than anything, regardless of the bad choreography. I think that's just going to take time, but it is a hard song from what everyone has been saying.
Well, the biggest problem with that, by the way, is even though it's nice that they know the song, every member should know the song, because if you perform in the AKB48 theater, at the end of the encore, the song they will always perform as last is the recent single, so they can sell that.
That's my point.
Right.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Everybody knows how to dance to performance to do it. So it really feels like that whole competition was a throwaway.
Maybe it didn't go the way they thought it was going to, but that it does definitely feel that way. But just from what you've said and what I'm understanding of it, but at the same time though, AKB sometimes does that with like their ideas. Like they'll start out on an idea and then they'll just like quietly sweep it under the rug or just not do it.
Drop.
Yeah.
Like Taipei 48.
Ooh.
Right.
Team TP.
Oh, don't even get me started on the sister groups, the mythology.
But
Taipei's right up there with Mumbai. Yeah.
Next week, AKB48 show has the song that I really want to watch, and that's the subunit with Mikaichi Mion, Okada Nana, Koji Yamamoto, and
yeah.
Takahashi Juri.
Ah, that one.
Oh, I forgot the song title again.
Nabila no Yomen Choyoku.
That song. And then we get to see the full version with the full dances on AKB48 show, so I am going to watch the hell out of that.
Good.
I can imagine.
Good.
For me,
Fun.
yeah, for one of the subunits, they're gonna repeat the song pretty much, not live, but yeah, every day. It was an earlier recording, but I really like. Up until this day, I still like Not Yet, and they're doing Hiri Hana, and that's one of my favorite songs as well. So, looking forward to that one as well, because it was the subunit with Sasha Rino, Yokoyama Yui, Oshima Yuko, and Kita Rie.
Such a fun unit.
Yeah.
I still remember the request hour when they came out, and everybody were like, ah!
Exactly.
Okay. Anything else before we go to our end of the month questionnaire AMA?
I remembered something funny.
What?
Matsuri Juruna's Seitansai is on the 3rd of December.
Oh yeah.
Her birthday was the 8th of March.
Wow.
Yeah, her Seitansai was planned for just before Susenkyo. And yeah, that because Susenkyo and hiatus, that didn't happen. And so now it will be the 3rd of December. And they were also very kind enough to say she will only appear in these 6 songs.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Hey, let's have a birthday stage while in 4 months you're...
Maybe some other members like, but it's my birthday.
That happened recently with Kitagawa's Ryoha's birthday.
Oh yeah.
That was on the day of Chisako, I think, birthday. So that was a bit funny.
Just weird. Oh, they have to plan stuff. Maybe that's why they're on the new management. Who knows? All these reasons.
Might be.
Alright then. Let's move on to the AMA for the month of November. So we have on our Patreon, we have this pledge. You can pay for $5 for a month. And you can answer, or well, give us 3 questions, AKB48 or idol related, that we'll try to answer. So for this month, we have from Jerrison Oracion, his first question is, why do you like your favorite member in the group?
We're talking the whole AKB48 family?
Basically, your Oshi, why do you like her?
Oh,
Jesus, how much? That's okay. Keep this under 1 minute.
Condense.
Condense it, please.
Yes. This is rough. Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Well, how about you, Robin? You go first. Oh.
Robin.
Oh,
Robin,
me,
go first.
me?
Robin.
Oh, okay. Well, those who don't know. No, okay. The reason I like Okada Nana, it's simply said her work ethic, and this just not for her alone. I like people who have a good work ethic, and the way she portrays herself, it's like she had the Majime character. It depended. It was like everybody's, you're too serious. No. She is serious because it's the passion and the love she has for her work, and she wants to portray that. Now, as a young age, the thing is like, you're too young to be this serious. That's the idea behind it. But I really like that factor of her. And even now, it's like there's still moments she has never lost that feeling. She is still fighting to bring AKB48 back to the top. And that's why we always discuss about her, because she is the one, basically, she is the face of AKB returning it to its glory that they were. And I believe that it will be as well. And then you can see how she's respected in all these ways. So, yeah, basically, if I have to keep it short, it's because of the seriousness of Okada Nana is the reason that I really favored her in the entire group. DX?
Okay, yeah. For me, it was a transitional. It was a transition for me actually, because before Komi, my Kamyoshi was Takamina, and after she graduated, I had quite a bit of talks with Komi back then, because back then she was really unsure, not knowing what to do with herself. So Takamina talked a lot with Komiyama, and afterwards I decided to check her out for a bit, and I started to like her. and that snowballed and snowballed. And this year I actually went to a handshake event to meet Komi, which I was nervous as heck, by the way. But it spiraled pretty much into her becoming my Kamiyoshi. So it was basically for me Takamina that led me the way to Komi. If that's the reason. Yeah, that's all it. Yeah.
Awesome. Oh, very cool.
Colin?
For me, my Oshi is Sasaki Yukari. And when Barry's Kobo went on indefinite hiatus and I got into AKB, I knew I had to pick an Oshi, which was very difficult. So I made myself one criteria about it, and that criteria was she has to make my heart smile. And I found her, and that's a feeling. I cannot describe that feeling. That's a unique feeling for everyone. But what attracted me the most is what I find the most important thing in any person. That's their personality. And her personality is very much the same like mine, but there are many differences. She's a bit, how to say, I am a bit more of a kick you under your ass if you don't do your job right kind of person. She isn't, but that I don't mind. Her personality is the most attractive thing that I find about her. She's just nice and sweet and kind, and I like people like that. I like to think of myself like that, unless you push my buttons, and then we have a big problem. But either way, you will. But that's what attracts me the most in her and most other members. My Neo, she is Taniguchi Megu, and when Yukarin decides to graduate, well, I will, unfortunately, and fortunately, switch over to Megu, and it's the same story. She's the other one that made my heart smile, and same reasons. I really get into her personality, and that just won me over more than anything else.
So what are you searching for, DX, by the way?
Oh no, I was looking something up for a quick sec, so yeah.
All right. Well, Derek.
Colin, you're like, I mean this in the best possible and loving way, because I adore you, but you are such a Hallmark card. I love it. Like I feel like you're like so flowery, but it works. It works for you because it's you. It's so your personality. But it's like, but then you're like, but don't cross me or else we're gonna have a problem. And it's like, and then I think, oh, you're the executive of a Hallmark who like, evil empire, all this kindness, and really I just want money. No, just kidding. I'm just.
No, you're pretty right on that. Yeah. That's true.
I think you're my Oshi. I think Colin is my official Oshi now. I like. Everybody needs a Hallmark card because it always just makes you smile. No, actually, your Oshi's pretty awesome. Your Oshi's really cool. Very underrated, though. When you say she's underrated a bit?
Yeah, a bit underrated.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can say the same thing about Tani Marika. It's like so underrated.
Yeah.
Well, no, she's the poster girl for underrated. No, that's why I have a common bond with you in that regard. No, for me. In my real life, it seems that I attract, in Japanese, what we call girls that are crazy. We call them meihara. And so I don't know, crazy girls they just gravitate towards me. And Tani Marika is not, I don't say maybe necessarily on the level of meihara, but she certainly does a good job of at least pretending like she is when her whole facade is like she's like one of those girls that if she was sitting at a table with a bunch of girls and guys and stuff, and it came time for her to talk, and she said one thing funny and everybody laughed, and she'd see that, oh, cue, boom, she'd take over the whole conversation. And then it would be like, by the end of it, it would have been the Tani Marika event, the Tani Marika show. So if you give her that space, she knows how to completely fill that space with random insanity, weird voices. Just watch her on the radio program she's done, where she like verbally and physically assaults other members with just absolute craziness. And to the point where like literally like she has chased members out of studios and like got them in corners and vice versa. And it's like, I've never seen anybody that goes a mile a minute like that. Like she is seriously like the Robin Williams of AKB48. Minus hopefully.
Not the ending part. Just the fantastic career.
Like she's random. And again, because of my real life, that seems to be what I go for, and what I like is funny, crazy girls that are just can make me laugh, but also just have a screw loose to them. Like that's I think why I'm eternally drawn to Tani. I'm gonna be so sad when she leaves, and I have a feeling that's gonna happen any day now because she has just been so pushed to the back. She's like, what am I doing? So hopefully not. Hopefully not.
New management.
Yes, let's hope they realize the gem they have. Okay, you want to fix the cafe? Her in charge for a week.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know the insanity.
The building still needs to stand, you know. The building still needs to stand, Derek.
Whoa.
Anyways,
Wow,
that's my short version.
All right, next question. Are there rivalries between the fans and the groups in AKB48 group?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so the biggest one that comes to mind to me is NMB48 fans
and
compared to SKE48 fans.
The biggest one, I would say.
That's a huge one.
Yeah.
That's really Osaka and Nagoya pride. That's like
pretty much.
and they were so mad when NMB was touring in Nagoya. When I was there, it's like, you're invading them, and Andy was like, yes, we're invading, and like, take over.
It's not like a war, probably, right?
I think that's the strongest one, and I believe all the sister groups also have the fandom are like, you're just an AKB fan. We care about the real groups. So being a sister group fan is instantly you dislike basically the main group.
Yeah.
So I say there's rivalries with NGT48. It's still too new. They're like, but we're just this small little winter town who has a idol group. So we're like, yay! And STU fans are like, I know, basically that. It's like, let's go, sploosh.
Yeah. Oh wow.
STUtanic, I tell you, STUtanic.
STUtanic, oh dear God.
Yeah,
okay, there you go.
I don't think they have a prominent location. It's like, are we in the prefecture of? I don't know. It's like I haven't seen a boat yet, so I don't.
Mark my words. The first generation of Stu is going to graduate before that boat ever goes anywhere. You watch.
Oh wow. I hope not.
Whoa.
I hope not.
Yeah. So the HKT. I don't know.
They're right now restructuring, I would say. So.
Yeah.
HKT is lost. The biggest rivalry between those is those two, and otherwise, are there rivalries between Team A, Team K, and Team B like that with fans?
No,
not really.
Not as far as I know. I would say.
Too many shuffles, I think.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't think there's.
Back in the day, there was.
Yeah, true, but nowadays
rivalries.
not anymore. I would say nowadays not anymore. So.
It's like back in the day, like if you were like a Team K, like Oshi, like you didn't go, like I could seriously see people like, you'd only apply for like your Team K shows, things like that. Like you were straight legit. It's kind of like how they approach Oshis. Like when you were Oshi, somebody, you were like eternal Oshi, like never change. And you really, you could have like sister group Oshis. It was like only one girl.
Yeah.
That's it. No, it's just scattered, like you said, Robin. Like too many changes, too many things like that. I could see potentially a rivalry develop between HKT and NGT, just because I think those two have a lot of youth and freshness to them both, and particularly HKT. And I could see those two kind of going head to head. But if they were to do it right now, I think NGT might have a slight advantage with the Ogi power, and since Sakura-tan is gone,
HKT is in restructuring mode at the moment, I would say.
They're in restructure. Yeah, they're in restructure. But they're going to come back. I mean, they're the Genki youthful group always. So they're going to, Boss is going to take that over. And it's going to be like, this is going to be Boss's world. We've been waiting for it for years. It's finally going to happen. Now that Sakura-tan's not there, so.
Any other comments, Colin?
No.
Okay, then let's lead off then for you for the next question. Which songs do you like to hear in AKB48 Request Hour?
Request Hour? Whew.
What do you think, Colin?
If there's one song released by AKB this year that I would like to see performed, it's actually the Central Exam song.
Oh, really?
Kimi wa Boku no Kaze. with Mion centering. I like the song
Mhm.
not because my Oshi, Kami-Oshi, and but I actually like that song, and I would be surprised if that would not rank somewhere. I think with Mion is powerful, and I would be surprised if she does not get it somewhere in the lineup, and I would like to see it actually. Other than that, my Oshi's song that was released with Flying Get all those years ago probably will rank again. I would like to see that happening, and Teammate winning finally.
Yeah,
That's a good
for
one.
me. Yeah, for me it's
That'd be nice.
for me it's 47 Stacking no Machi. Yeah, for me that's it's basically the Aitakata for Teammate. I would say it's the signature song.
I would say the one with Dasu and Kaori. That's always one of my favorites.
Kokori Pots. Yeah.
That is always one of my highlights in Request Hour. That I know that it feels like a very good Request Hour. Not just because of their performance, but everybody. My favorite part of Request Hour is always just the members in stages, like at the dimension, and just in the background, and they're doing the dance as well. One of my favorite always is a Zipper. Zipper is one of my favorites in Request Hour.
Always good.
Oh, we're gonna miss Sine reacting to Zipper. That's my favorite moment.
Oh,
Stuff like that. I would like to see the dance Sambatsu.
Oh
song
yeah. Yes.
being performed in there. Let's see a few others. What are my other favorites? I would like to see the sad songs as well. Like the one with Achan graduation song.
Yume no Kawa.
Yume no Kawa. The one with Takahashi. She sings together. That's also I keep forgetting titles. The one with Yuko sings. That's a powerful songs. Those kind of songs I like, but also the little bit the more interactive songs that people are like dancing to that. Maybe Melon Juice, stuff like that, or I See the Penguin is also always the top one.
I See the Penguin, the Generic Team 4 song,
Yeah, that's really the Request Hour songs I'm looking for. Like the Team 4 when they go like this.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
those kind of songs I would say. Derek?
Sure. I think What You Gonna Do. I gotta see it. I gotta see my girl Mahone like rip that up, and it's always a pleasure to see her.
I forgot to mention this, but Mahone may be going like this because she got her wisdom tooth removed.
Yes, the wisdom tooth.
And for the past 5 days, she has like this big bulb of things. She still went to the handshake events, and she posted on Twitter, it's like, I think it's gotten bigger. And she's just looking like this. It's huge. It's really, she's puffed up on one side, and it can happen. Usually, if you're sensitive to that, but again, she's not the biggest woman, so I think it's just because it's more sensitive to her, so it will take a week till it swells down. But she has 5 sessions of wisdom tooth removal, so
yeah, wow.
It's like that's not fun. That is the
nope.
It's weird because normally people would have like 2 sessions, but for some reason she had 5.
I can answer that. It's really simple. This is seriously. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna summarize Japan's dental industry in one gesture. Ready? That's their answer to everything because they do not understand dentistry in this country. Not to mention they're really, really weird about drugs and what they give you. So, like for example, giving you really good drugs, you don't feel anything? No. And so who wants to do that? So like they end up waiting and not doing it, and then it gets worse and worse because you can't just walk in and get like medicated to the point where you don't feel nothing. Or you could do obviously you could do like anesthesia and be put under for all that, but it's like again, this country is very weird about all like that kind of stuff. So I actually can understand that. Like but I will say this. What You Gonna Do would be amazing, I think, to see. Dance and Bots was the other one I wanted, so you mentioned it. So yeah, those are the 2 I'm kind of really would love to see as additions to Request Hour. Because the other ones we know we're gonna see all the usual great stuff.
Exactly. So
yeah.
Okay, then we have one more question actually, and that's from Mette Hendriksen.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite song from a 48 group theater stage?
Oh,
And
interesting.
I would like to go first with this one because
Okay.
I'm not sure it happened this year or somewhere last year, but my favorite one is Everyday Katyusha with
Okay.
Okada Nana, Yokoyama Yui, Furahata Nao, and um, Takeuchi Miyu, because that was the on a resort type of music, because you had like a Takeuchi Miyu on the keyboard synthesizer going like this very and yet Furahata Nao on the saxophone, and it goes like a very slower version of Everyday Katyusha. And it was beautiful. It really felt like she was on a cruise ship. That's that style of music, if that makes sense. You would hear on a cruise ship. But I think that was one of my favorite every time it came on, because they were in casual clothes and you had Okada Nana just serenading basically this song, and it background with Takushi Miyu just in there, and it was beautiful, beautiful, I would say. So that was my pick.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, one of my favorite stage, I would say, is actually Kagami no Naka Jeanne d'Arc. I really like the whole setup. It's like they're in the middle of a war and they're going all out with the team flag, and it's like I still enjoy. If I can find the performance on this during the stage, it's one of the Pajama Drive songs, I think. And I saw that song live as well. It's really energetic, and I still like it up to this day. So that's my pick.
Cool.
Colin?
Yeah, I have a bit of an odd one. It is one that I've recently been really into. So I would say that as of this moment, it is a song that I really like to see performed.
Mm-hmm.
It is 100 Meter Konbini from the 5th Team B stage. They are Theater no Megami. They're doing that right now. And it's before the encore. It's like whenever they have all those units done, it gets performed. And something about it, when I saw the full view camera, so not one side then one side, so the entire thing, and I saw it, I was hypnotized by it. I can't explain it, but I just really like the style of the song. It's a bit 90s, I would say. But I really like the sound and the performance. It's not like big, huge, fantastic, but it drew me in. And I've really been into that one. So I would pick that one, the 100 Meter Konbini.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. That's awesome. All three of your guys' picks are awesome. Jeez. I feel stupid. I have such a common one, but
I still have a few more though. So go ahead, Derek.
Well, for me, I've always wanted to actually get into the AKB theater. Although weirdly enough, the whole time I've been here, I haven't actually applied. I don't know. I've just been so busy.
You're
and
busy
it's like,
with work.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to get a ticket and then I have a show that night or something, and then I have to cancel. That would be the worst thing ever. So I just figure I'd rather not. But if I were in the theater, if I were sitting there and I could have them do anything, it would be Blue Rose.
Yeah.
Blue Rose is important to me. Blue Rose has a lot of my own personal memories with AKB over the years attached to it. Seeing that on the stage with the mics and just them kicking it and kicking the mic, it's just, there is something really legendary about that song that also is super deeply tied to the theater. And I think if you go way back to Stage 48's forums, like back in the beginning, if you read some of the early entries by a lot of the foreign fans that would go, that was often one that popped up where they would talk about, the power, the just the amazingness of that. And I remember watching some old, DMs of the older stages, when they would pop up here and there online. Back when what was the one download? Was it Hello Project? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think so.
You know what I'm talking about? Like where you could like download like all the daily like shows and stuff. I remember watching one with Blue Rose and just having it was just tears in my eyes, just because it's like there's just something about that song, something about the history of it. It just screams the theater, the magic of what made AKB what AKB was in the early days. So that would be the one defining song for me I'd have to see in the theater before anything else.
I would say honorable mentions on my side.
Yes.
Confession. That's a strong one.
Yes, you have to see that in the theater. Agreed.
That's one of those. Bird. That is beautiful.
Bird, yeah.
Bird. Yeah.
And just to make it extra spicy is Lay Down. Lay Down is, oh my god. There's this showroom video from Ikumin because it's basically this song. They're all in this alleyway. The lighting is like in the alleyway. They're all dressed in black leather and fishnet stockings, and they get really frisky into each other. And at one point, Okanana, of course, because she's a little on the other side, she grabbed one of this time Abe Maria, throw her on the ground, sat on top of her, and went to smell her hair like that. Because she asked to like smell a nice smell. Right. And Ikumin goes like, Nana-san, what are you doing? And it's because Lay Down is really just what it says, just lay down because I want you now. And that's a little explicit on the theater. Just that little extra spice, I would say. But there are so many theater exclusive songs. Yeah, it's
wow.
Wait. Wasn't on the Chaos stage? Didn't that something like that happen with Tani? Didn't Tani do something like that?
No,
I can't remember.
That's the mother and daughter song, I believe.
Oshimeshi. I think you're confusing with Oshimeshi.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was Tani Marika and Nakanishi Chiori, I think.
Yeah.
Because I seem to remember Tani getting a little frisky and weird with her Tommy.
Yeah, that was Oshimeshi, with Nakanishi Chiori.
I gotcha. Yes. Mayoshi just doing it right. Anyways, awesome. No, awesome. Those are good honorable mentions. Bird is another historical one, right? You think old AKB, you think Bird, you think that songs like that. So that's that song was also the transition between general managers, I would say, with Bird. I mean, I saw Nakamina and Yokoyama Yui performing it along with Okada Nana, which enforces the theory of that song being the transition for the next general manager, pretty much. So this quite a bit of
one of the performances that was Okada Nana, Muriyama Yuri, and Fujita Nana, and it was
amazing,
just
amazing.
Kill me now. That was really just debut moment. Colin, you have one more.
No, you said kill me now. So
Okada Nana for GM 2020. Let's do it.
No, just the ace of AKB48.
Hey, I'm okay with that too. Let's get that done at the ace. I'm down.
Okay, so those were the questions for this month. Thank you as always, Patreon. You see, so just for $5 they pledged, and they had a question that's really inspired us and made us, relive some of our favorite moments. So thank you very much to our Patreon supporters.
Very much so.
Speaking of which, if you don't know, we have a Patreon, and I mentioned this now a couple of times.
Oh.
And we are going to, after this show has been uploaded, I'll be uploading something on the Patreon side as well, namely the second episode of 48 Watch, where we watched AKA Bingo of the Past, and we're watching episode 71, I would say. And believe me, this is a good one. So if any time you want to go to Patreon or just check us out, this is a good time. Not only you're gonna watch those videos, but you can watch any video we already posted. I think for the past, like our AnimeCon moments or our Produce 48 videos we just did there. So you can check it out at the link below. We'll post it in there. Otherwise, it's patreon.com/48talk. With that, my recommendations I've already mentioned on the show. So anyone else want to recommend something or say something before we go into our wrap-up mode?
Actually, I've got a recommendation. Steve, who was also on this podcast, has made his own video regarding the Oyaholo tour, and it's quite in depth as well. So I would recommend. Well, yeah, it's his video is about plus an hour long, I would say. So really goes in depth with it. So I reckon.
What the heck, Steve? Steve didn't even tell me.
I think he posted on his Twitter that he was going to upload it, but no link. So yeah, I'm gonna watch that as well. That's a good recommendation, actually, DX.
Too. Hopefully he liked it.
Colin, do you have any recommendations?
Well, then I start with someone else who's been on the show, Dava. He has his own podcast, maybe I would say, about the Sakamichi side. Their YouTube is called Sakamichi Squad Bandung, probably Indonesian. And they did a Love at First Sight
I've seen
thingy on their an anime fan event, and they did about Nokizaka, which was a lot of fun. I would say go watch that. Dava is a good guy. Another thing, well, we may know this person called Inoue Yoshimasa, you know, who worked on Ogwe Diamond, he has done a lot of songs for AKB and some of the other sister groups as well. I believe he is doing his own Kohaku.
Oh.
A bit like this is his second time, I think, and it will be on the. I forgot. It was in December the 16th, I want to say. But what's so great about it are his guests.
So
it is Mayoshi Sasaki Yukari, fellow Gen Miyopon, as well as Saki from the 15th Gen. They will be performing with him, which is awesome. Really cool.
Awesome.
I don't know if we can see that, but I hope that we can. He's a great guy. The fact that he wanted these girls to come on, I think, is amazing. He's a great person. Cool. You can see it on his Twitter if you can find him. It's pretty easy to find if you know his name. But it's if hopefully we can watch that. I think it will be great. That's it.
Okay, and Derek.
Yeah, I got two. One AKB, one non. So for AKB, the Reina Nozawa, I think, released the video with the cafe. I think that might be a little older news, but for me, I just kind of watched it. If you haven't seen it, watch it. It's really cool. She's getting better and better with her video skills, and I don't know. It's just a fun watch. If you want something light but easy, Reina really reels that in. As far as non AKB really goes, Slope Club, our lovely brothers over at Slope Club, they finally released the interview I did with Oyahalo prior to going on the American tour. It's a little late, but it doesn't matter. Oyahalo, I actually get pretty in depth with Chikatsu Kanamiya and Ogawa, their producer / guitar player / whatever you want to call them. So I interview all three. It was pretty cool, and they did a good job with editing the interview and stuff. I give them a lot of credit, respect it. They make it seem so fluid. They're really good at their editing. So please check out the Oyahalo interview. Those girls and Ogawa, they all deserve such love and respect for everything they've done, and doing this crazy tour with me. I was so humbled to be part of. So it's a fun. I don't know. I thought it was a good interview. I don't know. It's I asked basic questions, but it's also try to ask some questions that if you are a fan of Oyahalo, maybe you might enjoy to hear their answers about some of the more in-depth stuff about them. So yeah, and there'll be more interviews coming. I did a whole bunch that one particular day that I interviewed like Oyahalo and like Ray-chan from Necromon, a whole bunch of people. So hopefully they'll be getting those out soon, so you guys can get more exposure to some of the people I work with on a daily basis or see at shows and have been trying to work with. So there you go.
Very, 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 very good. And
cool.
Colin?
I mistook the Kohaku. I said the 16th, but it's the 29th. Sorry.
Okay.
The AKB Kohaku is that.
Okay.
So, Derek, anything else on your recommendations, or just it's developing right now for your own work you're doing because
Good.
Unexpected, I would say. Normally it's like
normally I have a lot of stuff. I know. I'm working on trying to figure out what I'm doing with this documentary thing and preparing for Sari and Hina's graduation in January. So it's a lot of work on that end, and basically I'm just really excited now for what's coming up for AKB this next month. December's usually been a pretty good month for all of us fans. We got MGT's powerful second single, if I remember right, a couple years ago with that. So I mean, it's like everything kind of rolls up now, and also best part of all, we have the
there you go.
Very nice,
Derek.
Very good. Nice.
Yes. It's unbelievably so, but we are going into our final month of the year, and that means we're going to do our third annual year-end award ceremony special.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, no, it was the special year-end ceremony special. I think something like that. I'll get to the ring of it. It's been a year, but. As we always do, we review the end of the year with future categories where we give out, I wouldn't say awards. We don't have any statues on that side, I don't know. But people who are listening to us, we need your help because I want to see those as well. For in the comments into the next month. You don't have to do it now. You don't have to do it by next week. Just before the year-end special that we do. We have categories, so we're going to post a link down below so you can think about this, and then you can, somewhere in the month of December, you can post these comments, and then we'll name someone off the show, or, you know, maybe you agree with us, or someone disagree, or something like that. So here are the 10 categories we'll be doing this year. First up, of course, we have Best Song. What is the best song in AKB48? And Sakami series as well, I would say add them as well, but mainly AKB48, of course. The worst song, well, it'll be a lot easier than best song. We have best event. We have the worst event. We have the best group overall. Most improved member. Best year for a member. Then we have this here best show / showroom. So we can combine those two. What has the most enjoyment out of that? So like one sitting, you watch an event like that outside. Best concert you watched, you were listening to, that was great. And then the most shocking moments of the year. So those are the categories. Think about it, discuss it, and do it in the comments, and we'll read about those. And then at the year-end ceremony special, we'll be reviewing all of these. So looking forward to that because it's always a lot of fun. I don't know who's going to be showing up. Maybe we're going to have some extra guests. I'm not sure about that. Maybe someone from the way past. Hint. Maybe. I'm gonna ask. He's interested. Let's just say about that. So that's basically it. If there's nothing else, then I would say thank you for watching this week's episode of 48 Talk, and we'll see you next time then. Bye everybody. Bye bye.
Jojo.
So